Good afternoon, church. We want to welcome you to our parent tribute. We are thankful for your support, and we hope you enjoy this program. And we would also like to thank AB for his hard work in putting together our parent tribute. So again, thank you and enjoy.
So I will be starting off the afternoon with the staff tribute. Miss S., I'm extremely grateful to have you as a staff member. I want to thank you for all the help you give to the students at MPA and for being very down to earth with everyone. Thank you for all the work you put into your class, job, and others' lives. Personally, I want to thank you for helping me through my National Guard journey and helping me with my college decisions. You do a lot behind the scenes work for the students, so I thank you for helping everyone here at MPA. Even though not all the students utilize having a counselor, I would highly recommend utilizing Miss S for just about anything. She is extremely helpful with future decisions and just being able to listen to anything you have on your mind. Thank you, Miss S, for all you have done and will do for MPA. Miss Lucy, who unfortunately could not be here this weekend, I want to thank you for the dedication that you have given to MPA, being here for 9 years and being a huge part of the students' lives, whether they knew it or not. The money that you have raised for the school is unbelievable, and the number of students able to go to school here because of that money is just as amazing. Personally, I want to thank you for choosing me as a student representative for the Anderson Golf Classic and rewarding me with a chance to play on probably the best course I'll ever play on. And on behalf of the class of 2024, we want to thank you and wish you a great retirement and your service towards Adventist education.
Mr. Green, thank you to Mr. Green for all that he did this school year. He put in a lot of work, and he does a lot of work for both MPA and APCS, from teaching music to teaching Bible class. He did a splendid job with the MPA Symphony Band and the APCS Symphony Band. This year was also Mr. Green's first time ever directing a choir. I had the pleasure of being in his choir this semester, and I think I could speak for all of the choir members when I say that choir was very fun. We had an amazing time at the extended choir tour, and it was a great experience. Mr. Green helped us improve not only as a choir, but as individual singers. Mr. Green is blessed with an intelligent mind and a talent for music, and he has done wonders for all of us here, and I know that he will continue doing great next year. And Mr. Crine, he's a cool guy. Mr. Crine, he is the science teacher here at Mount Pisgah, and he's blessed the MPA family. Being one of the new staff members, he put on a very good first impression among the students. Mr. Crine is funny and energetic, and although I didn't take any of his classes, I hear that he keeps his classes fun and makes a lot of jokes, to say the least. I was Mr. Crine's worker this year. I've been a grader for 2 other teachers in the past, shout out to Ms. Markoff and Ms. Tello, but working for Mr. Crine, I didn't feel like I was a grader. Mr. Crine had me do a variety of things, such as walking across campus to set up trail cameras, or going to the maintenance shop to clean a plastic swimming pool for a turtle, or pulling weeds in center campus for hours. Mr. Crine is a fun person, and I can't wait to see what he does with the campus here.
I got Dean Boyd. Is Dean Boyd here? No, he's not here. It's whatever. It's okay. It's cool. Dean Boyd, just want to start off by saying you've been a great head dean and a friend. You've guided me through all 4 years, and I can say proudly that we have grown close, especially senior year. Thank you for letting me stay in your house till 4 a.m. Thanks for all the sleepovers, and thank you for making me food. I can say thank you for being a great soccer coach, and I can confidently say that I wouldn't want to play for anybody else except for you. Thank you for just being a mentor and helping me through problems that I might have had. And yeah, that's it. And Coach Hedges. Coach, you taught me valuable life lessons and skills, like how to throw an acro mat on top of a wall. Thank you for always making jokes with me and Johnny while working for you. And I know this sounds crazy, but I'm gonna miss acro. Even though it was a struggle and a pain, and you liked to yell at us a lot, it was fun. Going to Acrofest was probably one of the greatest experiences I've ever had. It was fun going to the basketball tournaments with you and you yelling at me from the bench. Even though it's sad that you're leaving, I hope we see each other soon.
Today I have the privilege to present and thank somebody known as Pastor Mark, also known as PM. So throughout my first year at Mount Pisgah Academy as a senior, Pastor Mark has profoundly impacted my life, not just as my Bible teacher, but also as my friend. His guidance and friendship have drawn me into a closer relationship with God and my friends in Mount Pisgah Academy, And with God significantly influencing my spiritual journey, Pastor Mark's influence extended beyond me, leading to my girlfriend's baptism and me getting closer to God, which has been a beautiful milestone in my life. Attending the prayer conference, and I attended there because he invited me, and I really think it was like a sign from God going there, and it really impacted my life deeply. And that invitation was a pivotal moment. It felt like a bright candle was lit inside my heart, igniting a deep desire to be close to Jesus. This spiritual awakening also led me to meet, my girlfriend, which thanks to Pastor Mark, that was able to be possible. And our relationship has ever since flourished into a loving bond. Thank you, Pastor Mark, for being the teacher I cherish and I will deeply miss as we both leave this amazing school. I love you, Pastor Mark.
So firstly, I have Mr. Worth, which I chose. Last year, I worked for him. As far as I know, Mr. Worth is the VP of Finance at MPA, but last year all I knew was that he worked in the office and that he was my boss. But just first coming into MPA and not really know what I was supposed to be doing there, because I was kind of dropped in the middle of the semester, he was really kind to me and he was very patient as a boss, and I'm thankful for what he taught me, which I know is probably filing receipts and writing receipts for checks and counting money. I learned a lot of things working in the office, and I really enjoyed that time there. And I definitely would have ran straight back there if I didn't get another job this year, but I'm still thankful to Mr. Worth as he still acknowledges me in the halls, and he's just a very kind man. So I'm thankful for Mr. Worth. And, okay, if you want to clap, man. Okay, one more. Okay, I also have one more staff member. I had Dean Donna, and I don't know where she is in this room right now. She's over there. Hi, Dean Donna. So I'm glad I got Dean Donna because she was actually my boss this year. I was very thankful for that and to be her RA as my senior year because it's my last year here. And it was an enjoyable experience. I can't count how many milkshakes she's bought for me, but I'm very thankful for all that free food and stuff. But not just that. She taught me how to be an RA. She was very kind with me and patient when I didn't know what I was doing with my job, but she showed me how to do it, how to fix it, and I'm really thankful for Dean Donna, and I will miss her so much. Thank you.
Okay, So I got the Cootsers. So Mr. and Mrs. Cootser, you guys have only been here for 1 year, but you guys are one of the best things that's happened to Pisgah. Mr. Cootser, I want to start by thanking you for making all the students feel like our voices are heard. You never failed to do your best for not just the school, but for the students. I will never forget our time at senior trip. I'm not gonna lie, over the summer, when I heard that there was gonna be a new principal on our senior year, I was irritated. I didn't want somebody completely new coming in and changing things and doing things all different. I remember being mad at God because this year was supposed to be the best year, and I thought it was already not coming together because we were getting a new principal. But God knew exactly what he was doing when he placed you here. I am so incredibly grateful that God placed you in my life, even if it was just for a year. I learned so much from your personality and your character. Thank you for helping me make it through school, taking me out for treats, and making me laugh every time we were together. I'm gonna miss your hugs and hearing you say, "Liv, come here, come here." And I'm gonna miss you so much, Big DC. So Miss Cootser, thank you for being the cool big sister I never had. You are beautiful on the inside and out. At the beginning of this year, I was a little worried about the athletic program because it started to decline a bit because we lost a bunch of people. But when you came here, it changed drastically. It's so refreshing having someone with the same kind of love for sports and exercising. And I absolutely love how you are just outgoing and loud as me. You never once have silenced me. Instead, you have encouraged me to use my loudness and extrovertedness for God. I also absolutely love that how you're just as hype and competitive as me in games. I will never forget trash night when you were yelling and arguing because of how competitive you were. Right then, I knew you and me were gonna get along perfectly. You have always showed up for my games and cheered me on even when I was hanging my head. You always pushed me to be my best self, not just in sports, but in life. You also give me the best advice. Thank you for letting me come and talk and rant to you about anything. I will always appreciate that. I will never forget when you pulled me aside after a community service to talk to me about something. I never realized how much you cared about me and how much you observed what was going on in my life. It made me feel incredibly grateful that you were here. You are like a best friend to me. I love how you act goofy around me and always make jokes. Thank you for speaking to me every morning in the library. I will also miss our talks about life, school, boys, friends, sports, and even Quinn and Isabella. You are so special to me, Miss Cootser. Thank you for being a real one and being my best friend. You and Just a little more. You and Mr. Cootser have been a role model in my life. I look up to both of you. I will never be able to describe in words how much you both mean to me. I will always remember you guys, and I have a special place in my heart for both of you. I love you both dearly, and I will miss you guys so very much. Again, thank you both.
So I have Miss Bedwell. Miss Bedwell came here in 2017, and at Assembly, when our yearbook editor was announcing who the yearbook was dedicated to, it was dedicated to Miss Bedwell, and she said that everyone has been to this person's office at least once to cry or laugh or get help with something, and it's true. She has always been there. You were there through every heartache that any of us may have had. You were there for every trial we may have gone through. You were there for all of the tests, the MAP tests, the SATs, the ACTs. You were there, you were encouraging us to get through it. You were there for every assembly, and especially for me, because I don't like loud noises. So whenever I was feeling a little freaked out, you were always there to give me a hug and help me out. And for every crying session, you were there. Your office was a safe space. For every anxiety we may have had, you had a stress toy to go along with it. For every injury we had, you made sure we could get around. For me specifically, you helped me get through my disorder this year. You helped me find who I am, and you helped me stay strong. You helped me get through this school year. You helped me when I had troubles with my family. When I was being abused, you were there. You wrote in my Bible, and I don't cry at things like this, but that almost made me cry. You give me hugs whenever I need them, whenever I don't even ask for them. You can tell when I need them, and you give them to me. You help me with my accommodations because you understand that I can't do what I used to be able to do. And you helped me to get through that. For all of us, you were there. And in my heart, no matter how far apart we may be, you will always be there.
The staff that I got is Dean Terra. Twin, where have you been? Just kidding. Dean Terra, the first time I met her, well, when we first found out that we were gonna get another assistant dean for like the second time in a row, I was like, ugh, again. But deep down in my heart, I was like, God, please help this new assistant dean to be nice and understanding to each and every one of us. And when I first saw her, I knew I was gonna like her. And Dean Terra, you're like an older sister. I was gonna say mom, but I don't want to make you seem that old. Thank you for all the late night talks and the advice and the laughs and giggles. And thank you for always having a smile on your face whenever I see you. And thank you for knowing how to work out through any situation and help out wherever you can. And thank you for making my senior year wonderful. And I'm glad I met you. And I'll miss you when I leave. And I love you.
The first staff member I got was Miss Abby. If you're here, Miss Abby, thank you for being one of my favorite senior teachers this year, one of them. Thank you for understanding and seeing the struggles of our senior year and taking it easy on us every now and then. Thank you for your hard work you put into this school, from advertising to teaching. And thank you for being like an older sister to me and taking care of me, especially over last year's mission trip. The second staff member I got is Miss Howard. And she's the new English teacher this year. And even we don't really talk too much because I don't really have any classes with her. But I've learned that you are very sweet and you make amazing food. You have a good style, nice smile, and amazing musical talents. Your guitar playing is soothing, and your voice is even more. And I'm glad that we got to spend that one day doing volunteer work together at the retirement center.
So I got Miss James, and first of all, Miss James was my boss for my first 3 years here before I decided to leave the CAF, as she put it, and betray the CAF to pursue the SA president position. And Miss James, I just like to say I hope I got all the tears out during friendship commitment because yeah, I don't want to go through that again because that kind of sucked. Anyways, Miss James. Every time I clocked in, I knew I was going to have a fun time. And because of that, you probably have the most dirt on me out of anyone in this school, and you could probably tell embarrassing stories about me for a very long time, and that's scary, very scary. I've had fun in the CAF, some of the most fun I've had throughout my time here. And a couple examples are when me and Jaden had the pink gloves. And when I would take the trash out with a little sass. And also when I interrogated everyone trying to find my piece of ice. And also every time you would take Meanie Sock feeding our Chick-fil-A addiction after the soccer games. And also that one time when you brought me Starry for the first time, and well, you get the idea. I have a lot of fun memories with you, and also one of my favorite memories is when me and Manny worked together. It was always a good time with Manny. And you've taught me a lot, and you are, I would consider you a mentor in my life. And a lot of my favorite memories from the CAF have one thing in common, and it's you. You were always there.
I'm good. I'm good. Thank you for being someone who can answer my dumb questions that take an ounce of thinking to answer. And when I'm a Taco Bell manager, I'll read you my manifesto. I enjoyed being one of your crew leaders, and I will truly miss you. Thank you for all you've done. I love you.
I got the honor of doing our GOAT from the maintenance department, Mr. Knowles. So, if you guys don't know or weren't here last year, I actually came here as a junior last year, and to help with my tuition, I was put on a work, and I was put in the maintenance department. And my workers are actually here with me that I worked with last year, AB and Jake, and this year I get to work with Jake and Abdulli again, and I'm thankful for that. And if you guys don't already know, Mr. Knowles is an extremely good storyteller, and he has an interesting life that I find really interesting. He was also really good in acro, and let me tell you, he is really, really good at doing handstands. I've seen it. And he would tell us stories about his life all the time when we go to work, and no one would mind to tell him to stop because we have a 2-hour work period, and he would take up maybe half of it. So we would just sit there and listen to it most of the time. And sometimes I wonder how he remembers all the stuff that he has to do, despite how old he is. I don't mean to disrespect. He went from fixing leaks around the campus, we had a lot of leaks this year, and he went from being a coach to me personally, as I was in trouble a lot last year. He's been telling me a lot of life lessons and what he's been doing since he was a kid, and he's been advising me to be a better person as myself. And I seriously want to thank you, if he's here, thank you, Mr. Knowles, for all that you have done for me, and supporting me even when I got in trouble, and telling me to better myself, and I hope that I have improved and grown since last year. I pray that God gives you many years so that you can see your grandkids grow, and I hope that God bless you in your retirement years, that you see many more years to become, and stay blessed, and know that I truly appreciate you. Thank you.
So I got the honor to talk about our history teacher and government teacher, Mr. B, and he's been an absolutely amazing teacher and role model for me. So one thing that just makes me appreciate him and his teaching even more is that his passion for the subject is so contagious, and his passion just makes me want to learn more and just makes me want to come to his class every day. And I'm in 2 of his classes, government and U.S. history. And I do have to say, U.S. history is my favorite, and it's like more fun. And so whenever he teaches U.S. history, it's like he's saying it's like a drama series. And every time I'm in his class, it's like watching an episode, and that keeps me hooked until the end. And no matter how much I'd studied history in the past, it was never as interesting as Mr. B made it. And he just has a way of engaging his students and making history come alive. And so, Mr. B, I thank you for being such a great teacher and role model for me, and widening my knowledge about the American history, because it means a lot to me because I'm an international student. And I will take forward with me what you have taught me, and I had a great time here in Mount Pisgah, so thank you.
Okay, so the staff member that Todd and I got was Mr. Thomas. So, yeah. Mr. T, over the past 3 years in the CAF, you have been a great boss to me. Your dedication and care for the students really inspires me to be a great leader now and in the future. You are one of the wisest people I know. Whenever students have a question about the Bible, you are so happy to answer the questions we have. In the CAF, whenever I do something wrong or I get discouraged, you will always remind me to try my best. I am so thankful that you chose me to be a crew leader this year. I have developed and learned so many things in the kitchen. Without you, I wouldn't have known how to do so many things. When someone is feeling sick, you always are so quick to help people out and make natural remedies for us. You are so kind and thoughtful, and I will always appreciate that about you. I love you very much, and I will miss you dearly.
I also have the honor of talking about Mr. T. I got him to laugh and joke under Mr. T and learn under Mr. T for these 3 years. And he's been a kind and caring person, even though he has to show me where something is the whole shift. Mr. T is a teacher inside and outside the kitchen. Whether he's talking about food, God, life, or decision making. I admire Mr. T's passion for the kitchen and always going above and beyond so that everyone can enjoy that Pisgah food. He showed me that it's possible to pursue my culinary dream and display the world my love for food while serving as God's disciple.
So is Miss Johnson here? Because I saw Mr. Garland hiding over there, but I don't know if Miss Johnson's here. I don't know. All right. Well, today I have Mr. Garland to talk about and Miss Johnson. So these two people have helped me so much throughout my time here at MPA and so many others. And when I found out I got these two, I was worried, not because I had too little to talk about, because I might have too much. So I'm writing it down. So now, Miss Johnson. Miss Johnson is the college English teacher, and I'm so glad I had her as a teacher. Every question we had, our hands would raise, and instantly Miss Johnson was there. We had some big essays in that class, but Miss Johnson gave us so much time to ask questions and work. When Miss Johnson graded our essays, she would give us things to work on before we turned them in for the final grade. Since the essays were so long, she spent hours grading them, making sure our class knew exactly what to fix. Personally, I had a lot of wrong things on my page, and I couldn't even be mad because Miss Johnson was so nice and bubbly. She prepared me in every way for college. I've learned so much. And Miss Johnson also schedules meetings with teachers to give them teaching instruction. Also, she meets with students to give them extra academic help they need. Basically, she is omnipresent, helping in any way she can, which I idolize. Now, on to Mr. Garland. I've had the privilege and honor for working for Mr. Garland for 3 years now. All my knowledge of mowing and maintenance is due to him and Mr. Knowles, respectively. The thing I love about Mr. Garland is that he does so much that is not seen. This beautiful campus this weekend and this year is all thanks to him. Also, Mr. Garland cares so much about MPA. There are constant problems here relating to maintenance, and each time Mr. Garland is one of the first responders. From the cutoff of power to the water main breaks, he doesn't mind getting a lot dirty. I have so many fond memories of just trying to fix the water and, getting so dirty and him almost destroying us with the backhoe. It was very fun. And I also love how Mr. Garland is so knowledgeable when it comes to anything maintenance. We are definitely lucky to have him, and he is not someone I take for granted. He could thrive and work anywhere, probably for much more money, but his calling is here, and Miss Johnson is no different. I just want to thank you both for meaning so much to me and teaching me so much. I wish I had more time to learn more from both of you, but alas, I do not. Thank you for being you. Thank you for all you've done for me and your impact, and simply thank you for being you.
The staff member I have gotten not only means so much to me, but so much to the whole class. Miss Para has been our sponsor for all 4 years, and she has always made trips fun, especially a class trip with her board games. Now, as some of you may know, this year I have been the yearbook editor, and even though it looks like the best year the school has ever produced, I couldn't have done anything without Mrs. Para. She was there for me every step of the way, and she never gave up on me, no matter how difficult I might have been. She had a smile on her face every step of the way. Your guidance, patience, and kindness have truly made a difference in my time at this school. Your dedication to your work and your genuine care for the students shine through in everything you do. I'm so grateful to have had the opportunity to benefit from your creativity and kindness. Thank you, Ms. Farr. I love you.
So today I'm here to give tribute to Mr. Williams and his family for the last year and a half he had shared with MPA. Mr. Williams has been my pre-car teacher for the last school year. I remember at the beginning of the first semester when they gave us the options between pre-car or taking consumer math. In my last school, I was pretty good in math, so I decided to take a chance and go for pre-car. In the first class, we started with more than 15 students, but by the end of the week, we have less than 9. The class was low-key hard that I first saw, and there was even a point where I seriously think about dropping the class and changing to consumer math. But thanks to Mr. Williams and his genuine dedication to teach the students, how he took time of his day to make sure we learn everything, even how busy he usually was. I can confidently say that Mr. Williams has been my best math teacher during my high school year. And now that he's gonna leave MPA, I hope he remembers that God has bigger plans for him, that he can even see. Thank you.
So I got Dean Nash, but he's not here, so I'm not going to say what I had written for him. Is he listening? Oh, okay. What's up, Dean? Dean Nash, what's going on, twin? Would you like to tap in? Yes or no? Tap in, twin.
Okay, so when I first met Mr. Para in 8th grade, so I was coming down from APCS to take Algebra 1 at MPA. I was very scared coming down to the high school because I was a 5'0" 13-year-old. But Mr. Para always welcomed us with a warm smile and an inviting presence. I was very excited to have him as my teacher when I got to MPA. So I took Spanish 1 and 2 with him my freshman and sophomore year. I very much enjoyed those classes because he was very patient with us and made it as easy as possible for us. So thank you, Mr. Para, for always bringing a smile to our faces and for the years you have worked here at MPA. I will always cherish the time I was able to spend with you here. Thank you.
My tribute is for Ms. Garland. Ms. Garland, if you're here, raise your hand. Oh, hey. Dear Ms. Garland, you are a gentle, kind, and loving person. Every time I walked into the library, which was a lot, because I'll be reading, you are always smiling. You are always smiling and greeting me, and you ask me how I am doing. I really appreciate it. There have been so many times where I was having a bad day, but when you said hi and checked up on me, it made my day a lot better. Thank you. And Mr. K, round of applause. Dear Mr. K, Mr. K is the IT director. You're mad, funny, and cool, and you really adapted ever since you transitioned from working at Tryon to working at Pisgah. I always remember you as one of my day ones. And since you came to Pisgah, you played a role in keeping me straight. Every time I got in trouble, which was a lot, you come to talk to me and get my side of the story and then tell me how I was in the wrong, but in a nice way. And I was always in the wrong. Thank you for all the grace you've given me after doing things that I shouldn't have, which was nothing too bad on my computers. And I really appreciate everything you've done for me in the school. Appreciate you. Thank you a lot.
First, I'd like to just say thank you to all who have come out to support me on this special day and weekend. Mommy, thank you for all the support you have given me and the way you always comfort me. I know joining the military is very scary for a mom especially, but I really appreciate your willingness to see it through for me. Love you so much and thank you for being the best mom I could ever ask for. Hey Daddy, I'm really glad how much closer we've gotten since I've been at Pisgah. I always appreciate your advice and guidance, even when it doesn't seem like it at times. Oh, and thanks for all the times we got to talk about baseball. I'm so glad I'm a fan, and it's all because of you. Thank you so much for the love you both give. Emma, I gotta say, I really appreciate our relationship a lot more since you went to college. I love our talks in the car and the great memories we get to make on our own. I know I'll cherish our time even more with me going to college as well. Love you. Grandma and Grandpa, while I don't get to see you guys as often, the times I do are very cherishable. Grandpa, thanks for always wanting to play Battleship, and Grandma, thanks for all the wonderful home-cooked meals and love you show to all your grandchildren. Papa and Nana, thank you guys so much for all the support you have shown me while I've been at high school. Thanks for always coming to events, and love y'all so much. I want to thank all the rest of the family and friends who have supported me along my journey. Lastly, I'd like to thank God for all the wonderful things He has blessed me with and all the people He has placed in my life. I know my future is strong as long as I have the Lord by my side.
Nu le pa le chung kan na lom thu soi turin min ti a wa se mi zo chang lom thu soi ka thiam vak lova soi tu pok shalem lo wa se toi ten kan soi sha mange ma sign kan nu le ko pa ne na thataka selian turin min an kola in mangai na le trong china wangin tu na high school po ka zero zova lom thu ka soya chuan ka chung tu ne na min lo troyo min lo lom puya lom thu ka soya. And thank you to all the staff and faculty and to all the students and even the past students that helped me along the way. And shout out to my cousins, and thank you to anyone I forgot to mention.
Hey Mama, hey Baba. Honestly, I don't even know where to start. You guys have watched me grow from being in the Blue House, from going to Applewild, from going to SLA, to all those different elementary schools, and now being in high school and graduating as well. I know you guys were scared about sending me here in the first place. Trust me, I was scared too. But overall, it was a good decision that you guys made. I know sometimes I don't act like it or say it too much, but I do see the work you guys put in for me, and I appreciate it a lot, and it does not go unnoticed. Trust me, I do notice how much effort you guys put in for me, even though I don't say it as much or don't thank you guys as much. I also want to thank my aunts and uncles, especially Auntie Kisa and Uncle Sharad, for keeping me into their home. And I know picking me up from the bus stop was not easy, every single home leave, and it was very time consuming. And I also want to thank Inquirer, Abdullah, Ezekiel, all of you guys for just helping me along the way, giving me advice, all that kind of stuff. And I know I don't say it much, but I do love you guys a lot, and I'll continue to do better in the future and follow in your guys' footsteps. Okay, bye.
Hello, this is Kevin, and I want to thank everyone for supporting me and sticking by me, especially my parents and my family that supported me through my ups and downs, all the way from when I was a little boy in Venezuela and all the way up till now in my senior year when I can grow a full set of beard. I want to thank my aunt and my uncle for supporting me, not only me, but my family through our struggles. And also to my grandpa, who always gives me sermons in order to get good grades in school. Thank you all.
Dear Mom, thank you for all that you've done for me. When I first learned that each of us would be creating a parent tribute, although that could include people other than parents, you were the first person that came to my mind. 4 years is a long time, so I don't remember everything, but when I think about my high school years, you stand out in my memories. You always have supported me, every single day. I know that the years that I've been in high school have also been some of the most rocky years of my life, but there isn't a time that I can think of where you haven't been there for me, pushing me to be responsible and disciplined, always giving me advice, always being honest with me, assisting me with tasks, guiding me in uncertain times, always encouraging me, and praying with me and for me. I know that you pray for me. I thank God that I have you as my mother and that you love me as much as you do to do all these things for me, even more of your efforts I know that I don't see. I know when we don't get along or disagree, it's because we are so similar. When I was younger and I was mad at you, I would sometimes wonder why you were my mother, that there had to be other mothers that were nicer to their children. But now, even when I'm upset at you, I think to myself, knowing that there's no one else that I would rather have as my mom, no one other than you. I love you, Mom.
Hello, everyone. Thank you to all the people who are here to support me. First, I want to thank you, Grandmama. You were my best friend who I could tell anything and everything to. I appreciated every late Friday night where we could just talk about life and everything going on in our lives. When I wanted to quit or give up, you were there to keep me going. I also want to thank you, Granddaddy, for everything you did in my life while you were here. You had such a great sense of humor, and I will always remember our times when I would watch movies with you while wearing your big t-shirts. I know you're watching me from heaven right now, and I hope you know that I will always continue to watch Mask and think of you. I want to also thank you, Davis, because even though you get on my nerves, you keep me motivated to be a good big sister. You keep my life not boring. Thank you, Isabella, for letting me use your phone all the time. Even though you steal all of my clothes and shoes, I low-key like that you look up to me. Thank you, Caitlin and Alona, for being great cousins. You guys always kept my secrets and had my back. I also want to thank you, Uncle Vince, for always taking the time to make sure that I was always good and safe. Tracy, I want to thank you for being like a second mom to me. You always took time to drive me anywhere. I love the time that we spent together, and I love having someone that matched my loud and outgoing energy. I want to thank you, Father Darren, for always supporting me through my athletics. Thanks for pushing me and even yelling at me when I wanted to give up or when I got mad. Thank you for coming to all of my tournaments and showing up to all of my games to support me. Even though you almost got thrown out of the games because of yelling at the refs, I knew you were just trying to have my back. Ma, I want to thank you because you're the reason I'm even here today. You were the one to help me with all of my schoolwork. When I was struggling or just needed someone to be there, you were always there. You are always positive and always supporting me in everything I've ever done in my entire life. Even though we argue a lot, you have always wanted the best for me, and I thank you for that. You guys are the best parents that any kid could have ever asked for. I could have never been who I am without you guys. You and Father sacrificed a lot of time and money just to see me happy, and I could never thank you enough for that. I love you all with my whole heart, and I can never express the gratitude that I have for each and every single one of you. I also want to thank all of my friends and family that supported me through my life, even when I could be a lot, and helped me to get to where I am today and be the person that I am. I want to thank my softball team that I was with since I was 5 years old. I will never forget all of the memories and all the friendships that I made because of that team. Thank you, Coach John, for believing in me and helping me become a better softball player. You are always so positive, and you are a huge reason that I have a special love for the game. Also, thank you, Miss Gilmore, because you made me a stronger person. I always looked up to you, and you made me not just a better volleyball and basketball player, but a better person. Even if you didn't realize it, you really made an impact in my life. Thank you to all of the staff here, because you all also believed in me and helped me graduate. I love you all, and again, thank you.
I wouldn't be here if it weren't for a few people in my life. The first is not technically a family member, but she feels like one. Miss Bedwell feels like a second mom to me. Her office has always been a safe space to laugh, cry, and ask my many questions. My sisters, Casey and Kayla, but especially Carrie. She is the closest in age to me, even though she is still 5 years older. She helped me get ready for every special occasion I had while at MPA. She was a mentor in gymnastics and gave me pointers on how to live at MPA. Even if I don't say it, I will always love you. Andrew, you aren't technically my brother-in-law yet, but you have always been my older brother. You taught me how to play soccer and helped me get through algebra. You have always looked out for me, and I want to thank you for that. Belle, Liam, Evie, Anna, and my new niece or nephew on the way. You will all make being an aunt so much fun. Belle, watching you grow up over the past 7 years has brought me so much joy, and even though we fight like sisters, we love like sisters too. Liam, keep that smile on your face. I can't wait to see the amazing young man I know you will grow up to be. Evie and Anna, keep being sassy. Never grow up. Stay your happy selves. I love you. Finally, the only reason I made it here today is because of my mother. If it weren't for you, I would be failing attendance. Thank you for waking me up in the mornings, even when I was mean. We have been through so much together. When I feel like I can't keep going, you hold me up. You show me that I can keep going. You have stayed by my side through every doctor visit, every hospital stay, every FND episode, and every teenage drama. I cannot express how much I appreciate you being there for me. Thank you, Mama. I love you 3000.
Tati Roseline, Tonton Ludes, David, merci pour tout effort nous fait pour nous qu'à la jodia, moi apprécier en pile. Miss Kathy, Mr. Keith, thank you for your advice and kindness, and thank you for being there for me. Papi, merci pour tout aide notre temps ici. Jillian, thank you for being my twin and one of my best friends, and thank you for being my roommate. And thank you for being the person that I can vent to and get advice from. Artie, thank you for motivating me in times where I feel like giving up. Thank you for your love and comfort. Tiny, my baby brother, I love you so, so much. Thank you for being you, and thank you for your loves and hugs and giggles. Mommy, my MVP, mon chéri dodo, mon cœur, mon amour, merci pour tous tes sacrifices et merci pour tout ça vous fait pour moi. Moi remel et moi apprécier l'empile. Merci parce que vous là avec toujours. Moi remel en pile. I love you all.
Where to start? Ben, my little brother, I love you so, so much. Thank you for being my best friend and someone I can be myself with all the time. I love you, Ben. You're the best brother I've ever had, and I am incredibly lucky to call you my little brother and say that my childhood did not begin until you entered my life. You fill my days with laughter and smiles, and also don't forget that you are still my little brother, regardless of how tall the doctor says you are. Mom, I love you. Thank you for always listening to me and for always giving the best advice and bringing the realistic side of things into the conversation, always keeping me in check and always right too. And thank you for being the best mom and friend ever. I never have to filter myself when I'm with you. Your hugs and our conversations are like a breath of fresh air. Loads of love, Allie. Daddy! Thank you for always reminding me of the world outside and helping me become the person I am today. Thank you for unintentionally teaching me how to have my own opinion and stick with it, even if others have a different perspective, but also keeping me in check and teaching me to keep an open mind. Thank you for telling me that it's good to focus on my grades, but also to have fun, so I don't wonder where all the time went. Thank you for embracing my love for music and for being my quiet place when the family gatherings would get too overwhelming. Over anyone, I would rather sing True Colors and Rewrite the Stars with you. You're my favorite singing partner. Thank you for your hard work, dedication, and sacrifice you bring for not only me, but our whole family as well. You and Mom always wonder where I get my kindness from, and most of it is because of God, but it is also because I have two amazing role models who show me what it looks like to be kind to others, whether you mean to do it or not. I love you. Bunches of love, Sissy. Grandma and Grandpa and Uncle Dave. Thank you for taking care of Ben and I when Mom and Dad were working. I don't think you hear it enough because you have seen the good and bad parts of me as I grew up. Thank you for loving me and for also being supportive of me as I live my journey called life. I love you all. Abuel and Papi, thank you for your love, support, and embracing my creative side. You both show me the fun I have in exploring, creating, and finding the magic in everything. I love you both. Your Alley Cat. I want to say a special thank you to my grandma and Abuela. You two have become my spiritual inspiration. I know that I grew tired of your sermons at some point, Grandma, but I also was not the wisest at those times, and I should have paid more attention. To the both of you, I thank you for being yourselves and letting God take the lead and show me two amazing examples of what women of God look like. And to everyone else in my life, thank you for your lessons and mannerisms. I am who I am because of all of you. Thank you.
First of all, I would like to thank all my family who came out for my graduation. Thank you. Mom, thank you for always being there to help me with my homework, and thank you for always sharing tea with me. Dad, thank you for coming down for weekends such as Father, Son, and for Parent Open House. Thank you for all that you do by helping me through things logically. Aunt Nancy and Uncle Louie, thank you for being my home away from home and for always being willing to let me crash at your place or take me to the airport. Chris, thanks, I guess, for being my brother. And for any other family members who have helped me along the way, thank you.
Amasayin kachung kwa local zongzong tenhena lom tu kasaye kapa nena lom tu kasay dua heteraya USR tatak amin roite vain kalome Joan education tatak tamin pek tir vain kalom boka Joan kapate tele kani tenhena lom tu kasay du bokani school ka kalaya min boy puya vain kalome ka school mo motil zongzong temin boy puy sa vain lom tu kasay ni Joan kapile kapu nena lom tu kasay du boka Kanu pangte tatanga minlo ankle to bangin lom tu kasaye. And to all my friends and to all the staffs, I want to thank all of you for everything that you have done for me. Throughout my high school years and while I was here, you guys have been my family here, my second home, and I want to thank you for that. And to all the friends that I don't really hang out with, I want to thank you guys as well because you guys have built my character. And I want to thank you all to all the close friends that I have here for helping me throughout my journey here, and I hope that we can be as close as ever. And I want to thank you all the staffs that I go to when I was in need of help and for helping me and not giving up on me. Thank you.
Hello, Auntie Rina and Uncle Ernie, and everyone back at home in India. I want to take this opportunity to show my appreciation for everything that you have done for me. From the start, you welcomed me into your home and treated me like your own daughter. You've provided everything that I ever wanted and ever needed. I can't express enough how grateful I am for all that you have done for me. And I'd also like to thank my mom and dad, my cousins and my grandma for always being there for me despite the distance all the way in India. You've encouraged me and supported me, and it means the world to me, and it has made me who I am today. And thank you for everything. And I'm really bad at expressing myself, so it might not look like it sometimes, but I really, really appreciate everything that you do for me.
Over the past 3 years, I have had continuous support from my family while being at Mount Pisgah Academy. Even though at the beginning of my sophomore year, when I was continuously worried about being so far away, you guys encouraged me to do my best when I felt like I wasn't doing enough. Mom and Dad, thank you for all your hard work and dedication that you put into me and Satori. Without you guys, I do not know where I would be. Daddy, your jokes always cheer me up and make me laugh whenever I feel down. Thank you for buying me things on Amazon when Mommy says, no, you don't even need that. Thank you for always checking up on me and calling me to make sure I'm okay. Whenever I need something, you are always quick to make sure I'm taken care of and I have it. You always make sure your girls are okay. I love the kindness and love that you show towards me and others. You inspire me so much. I admire your dedication towards your business. Thank you for all your hard work. I love you so much, Dad. Mommy, thank you for always helping me out whenever I am stressed, whether it's schoolwork, ACTs, or college decisions. You always reassure me that everything is going to be okay. Your words of encouragement help me to know that there are so many people supporting me throughout this journey. You always remind me to just try my best and keep going. This gave me the strength and courage to put myself out there and strive to be the best person I can be. Thank you for always taking care of me when I'm sick. You are always right beside me whenever I need you the most. Even if it is through the phone, I know that I'm still cared for by my mommy. I love you, Mommy, from the bottom of my heart. Satori, thank you for being the best sister ever. Thank you for buying me cute things and helping me with my fashion style. Thank you for always having my back and sticking up for me when times get rough. I always appreciate you including me and making me feel welcomed. I always will appreciate the special moments we had and our sister bonding times we had. To the rest of my family, my grandparents, aunties, uncles, and cousins, thank you for always being there for me. I love all of you guys and I'm so thankful that you are here to see this great accomplishment. Once again, thank you.
I just wanted to thank my family for all that you guys have done for me and the love that you've given. Thank you, Gigi and Jeepa, for making Christmas and Thanksgiving so warm and special. Thank you, Gigi, for those wonderful meals you always make. Thank you, Jeepa, for your simple love for our family. Though you are one of the newest additions, you are dedicated to us fully and love unconditionally. Thank you, Auntie Pam, for more of all those inspiring quotes and your love of Rummy Cube that I have inherited. Also, thank you, Uncle Richard, for your jabbing humor. I still get a laugh about you farting up a storm in a Bass Pro right before Thanksgiving, make a father try and huddle his kids away. Thank you, Auntie Jess, for being so warm, caring, and dedicated to us all. And also, I'm sorry every time you guys come over, our dog Harley tries to eat up on your little dogs. Thank you, Uncle Daniel, for your humor also. Now, thank you, Dendler Clan, for your love as well. I've always loved the sleepovers and beach trips that make my childhood so special. Thank you, Auntie Kathy, for all the hugs and kisses, and you letting me have a sleepover with your cousins just for us to stay up all night. Uncle Dan, thank you for letting us come over to your house and watch movies and goof around. Thank you, Cole, for our 9 o'clock Roblox hardcore gaming sessions, and thank you, Kayla, for smacking me around. Thank you, Uncle Steve, for letting me crash at your house, and thank you for letting our dog mess it up. Also, thank you, Mom and Dad, for being my biggest supporters. I know it's hard, but you are the best parents I could possibly ever ask for. Thank you for your eternal kindness at work and home. You are the thing I idolize every day. I would never want or ask for any better parents. Thank you, Mom and Dad. I love you so much. I love you to the moon and back +1.
Nana and Papa, I am so grateful to both of you so much for helping me with school. Nana, I will always be so grateful to you for supporting me no matter what and for always being like another mom to me. I always loved our adventures together. I love you so, so much. Papa, thank you for teaching me about the Bible and always helping me with my spiritual life. I will always love Jesus, the Bible, and the Sabbath. I love you. Fafi, Sarah, Matthew, and Blake, thank you for always bringing me and Mom along on your vacations to Hawaii and Utah and letting us stay at your house, even if it was sometimes in a closet. Love you guys. Mariah, thank you for being like a sister to me and always being the person I could go to talk to about anything, especially books. I love you so much. Mom, my best friend, I have so much to say to you. Thank you for everything you do for me, for always loving and supporting me no matter what, and for always being there for me. You mean so much to me, and you inspire me every day to make wise choices. I am so grateful for you. I love you to the moon and back. And thank you to all my other family and family friends that are here tonight. I am so thankful for your support and love throughout the years.
Gracias a todos los presentes en este momento que vinieron a apoyarme en este día de graduación. Me gustaría darles muchas gracias específicamente a mis padres, Kenia Villa Lara Calderón y David Alexander Olive Garavito, por su apoyo incondicional para mí poder estar aquí en este momento, después de tantos largos años, por finalmente poder graduarme. Me gustaría agradecerles porque a pesar de los momentos en los cuales me hubiera gustado rendirme, siempre estuvieron ahí para apoyarme, se preocuparon por mí cuando me enfermaba o cuando tenía cualquier problema, fueron los primeros en brindarme su ayuda. También me gustaría agradecer a mis tíos y tías por su apoyo incondicional, a Villani, Villeuri, Jason, por siempre estar ahí para apoyarme y en cualquier momento que necesitaba ayuda, poder brindármela igualmente. Por último, me gustaría agradecer a los profesores de MPA, Mr. Parra, Mr. Williams, Dean Boy, por estar ahí en cualquier momento que necesitaba e igualmente brindarme su ayuda.
Hi guys, I am sick while recording this, so I apologize for not speaking clearly. But to start things off, I would like to thank the Mapes family. Tammy, thank you for always pushing me to be better. Kelly, thank you for taking the time to use your medical expertise to work magic on my injuries. And Mark and Danny, thank you for being my coolest, closest cousins and for helping me to create my most cherished childhood memories. We were the best BB gun riflemen in all of Tennessee in our day. Next, I want to thank my awesome, semi-loving, and crazy siblings for always calling me on my bull and for helping me be the person I am today. Kara, thank you for being so honest and for babysitting my annoying butt so much when I was little. Most of all, thank you for showing me how it feels to snowboard on real powder. My life will never be the same. Nathan, first of all, thank you for your service. But also, thank you for never taking it easy on me no matter what it was we were up to. And Abby, thank you for being the closest person to me throughout our entire childhood. Even though I still think of you as my little sister, I look up to you and I cherish the lessons you've taught me throughout my life. Also, I didn't push you off that bunk bed. You slipped. And last, and most definitely least, I want to thank my parents. Mom and Dad, everything that is good in this world can be shown through you too. You are truly as close as it gets to being models of perfect parents, and I will use as many of your lessons as I let through my thick skull to raise your future grandchildren. No amount of words or deeds can ever begin to describe my gratitude for everything you guys have done for me throughout my life. There aren't more willing parents on earth to help out their kids, and even at a time where it isn't popular for some reason, I'm proud to say that I have the most loving and caring parents anyone could ask for. Thank you for everything, truly, and I am now done being sappy.
First, I want to thank my wonderful dad, who is always there for me on my best and my worst days. He's been my #1 supporter and never failed to help me with my math homework. Next, my 2 big brothers, Tyler and Spencer. They are always there to comfort me when things get tough and give me advice, even if I don't take it. I would also like to thank my stepmom and stepsister, who have always been there for me through thick and thin, and I wouldn't be where I am today without them. And my amazing grandparents, who sadly couldn't make it today, but I just want them to know how much I love and appreciate everything they have done for me. Finally, I would like to thank my uncles and my aunt. Even though I don't see you very often, I appreciate all of the memories spent with you. I wouldn't be here graduating if it wasn't for my wonderful family's support. You guys mean the world to me.
I'd like to thank everyone for coming out here and supporting me today on this special day. Thank you, Chloe and Kylie and Neve. You're my sisters. I love you dearly. I hope that you know that I'm always here if you need to reach out to me. And I thank you for showing me love and affection over these years. I'd like to thank my auntie Malcolmette. Thank you for always being there for me. You're like another big supporter that I have in my life, and you being there makes me want to do better things. I'd like to thank my grandma. Grandma, you've taught me a lot about God over these years. You always send me devotionals, videos about God, or just like to be involved and want to continue my relationship with God. I thank you for that. I love you. I thank my mama. You're always there whenever I need a fundraising. You're the first person to be ready to give me some money. I thank you for that. I love you. Also like to thank my pops. You know, been teaching me this game over these years. You've been helping me with like wanting to build muscle. You're a big role model I have, and I love you. And I also like to thank my stepdad. You know, me being away from home, like I like to have someone that's there for my mom and my sisters when I'm not there. It helps me to know that they're all right. I thank you for showing them love and affection and always being there for them when I may not be able to. I thank you for that. Also like to thank my mom. You know, she's my number one cheerleader, supporter, always there for me like whenever I need anything. She's like always giving me advice. You're always showing me love and affection. And you're a really important person in my life. I can't really express how much I love you. And I'm always gonna be here for you. And one of these days I'm gonna have a lot of money. I'm gonna just spoil you and give you whatever you need. And thank you guys for listening.
Dear Mom, thank you for being very active in my life and training me up in the way I should go. Even though growing up I didn't agree on some of the ways you guided and disciplined me, I realize now that everything you've done was for the good of me and my life, and that without you, I would not be the person I am today. Dear Dad, I appreciate you for being a good example and showing me what being a man, and more importantly, a man of God, is like. Thank you for teaching me that whatever I do, I should do it to the best of my ability and to let God lead me and direct me in my path. Without you, I wouldn't know what a man of God should be like. Dear Grandma Roxy, thank you for helping my parents and showing them how to raise kids, and for being a great mentor and guiding me and my parents in our lives. Thank you for showing me what's right and wrong and what choices that I should and shouldn't make. And thank you for making me laugh and teaching me how to act right. To my whole family, thank you all for being present in my life and for teaching me many life lessons. Without all of you, I don't know who I would be, and I appreciate and love all of you guys. Thank you.
Please bow your heads for the benediction. Lord God, thank you for allowing us to take this time to be thankful towards everyone that has helped us with our journey thus far. Lord God, and protect us as we go our separate ways tonight. And please bring us back here tomorrow for our last service. In Jesus' name I pray, amen.